Welcome back to SwissWatchExpo. Today we're going to be talking about some sporty materials from Rolex, so stay tuned. Welcome back to SwissWatchExpo. So in 2015, Rolex made a huge buzz in the watch world where they introduced the Rolex Oysterflex bracelets. And the reason for this being is in around 2010, there was such an increase in popularity with everyone wearing smartwatches that featured a rubber strap. So Rolex decided, well, let's make something that has premium precious metal materials while also having a rubberized material that's going to be very sporty, but also very comfortable to wear on a daily basis. And it was a very big move from Rolex because, as you know, they are very known for their precious metal or their steel bracelets over the years, and they really haven't changed much of that. So for them to create this kind of rubberized material for their bracelets was something that was very new, and we weren't really understanding why they created it until we actually had one in our hands. And now we definitely understand the hype and buzz around these Oysterflex bracelets. So with these right here, you can see that it's got this really nice kind of rubberized material. It's made of elastomer, so it's kind of a flexible polymer that actually will form to your wrist as you're wearing it, and then it'll kind of retract back out. So it's something that's just going to wear very comfortable on your wrist if you get the right sizes for it. Now, a lot of the times when you see a rubber strap, it's always referred to as a strap. But Rolex refers to these as an Oysterflex bracelet. And there's a few reasons for that being is because, again, it is made of elastomer, but on the inside, at its core, there's actually a titanium nickel alloy on the inside that actually helps to form the bracelet to your wrist. And so there's a lot more durability, and it's going to just last a little bit longer while you're wearing it on the wrist versus like a rubber strap. So with something like this right here, they do call it a bracelet. And the materials that they use for the rubberized material actually won't fade over time with it being exposed to the sun or if you're swimming in the ocean with it on. So these are something that are going to be very, very comfortable to wear really in any situation. So if you're someone that is very sporty and likes to wear their watch really in any situation, these Oysterflex bracelets are really a great option. Now, one of the things I really love, and it's such a minor detail that I would have never thought of putting in something like this, but you can see it features this kind of tiered design on the inside of the bracelet. So it actually kind of lifts a little bit from the top of your wrist, and it's actually going to make the watch wear a little bit better with that heavier case size with the precious metals that they use. But what this allows is a little bit more airflow. So as you're wearing the bracelet on your wrist, you're going to have a little bit more of that airflow in there, so you're not going to sweat a lot in it. Or if you're swimming in the water and you get out of it, it's going to kind of air out a little bit more easier than you would with just a traditional rubber strap that kind of lays flat on your wrist. So a lot of the times if you wear just like a third-party rubber strap, it does get a little uncomfortable once you're wearing it for a while if you're sweating with it on. But with this tiered design that Rolex added to the Oysterflex bracelet, it's going to really eliminate that problem for you. So you really can wear this watch pretty much in any situation. If you want to jump in the water with it, swim for a little bit, jump right out, you don't have to change out your bracelet. You can go ahead and continue wearing it throughout the day. And because of that additional airflow, it's going to dry out pretty quickly. So Rolex did introduce these on just these models right here for now, and hopefully they'll introduce it on some of the other models in the future. So in 2015, they did announce it with the Rolex Yacht-Master, which was really cool because what they did was they used the precious metal in white gold and rose gold and yellow gold to have the Oysterflex bracelet on it. And a lot of people were confused as to why they used the precious metal with this rubberized material, but they wanted to give it to someone that wants that prestige of precious metal, but also having that very sporty look with really, really great materials that go along with it. So they did introduce it with the Yachtmaster. Then shortly after, they introduced it with the Rolex Daytona, which of course is their most sought after model. So it was a really big move for them to kind of test it out with the Yachtmaster, and then they went to the Rolex Daytona there. And then in 2020, they finally added it to the Rolex Sky-Dweller models. And again, these all feature with the precious metals. So you're going to have really premium materials, even though when you're looking at it, it looks like a rubber strap, but it's so much more than that. And the amount of artistry and the high premium models that they put on these watches is just really great. And so if you've ever tried one of these on, they're just super comfortable. They do have letter codes on the insides of these straps to help you determine which size you would need. So if you are looking at these on our website, give us a call. We would love to determine which wrist size these will fit and come up with solutions if it doesn't. And we have a great selections of these Oysterflex bracelets available on our website, so check us out at SwissWatchExpo.com.